Hello friends, I am Mr. G. Pujari, working as assistant professor in Shara Institute of Technology, College of Engineering, Yadrao. So last lecture we have started this production drawing and reading blueprints. Now I am going to continue whatever we have learned in last lecture. So before starting, I am going to tell you I am having my channel Creative on YouTube, and on this channel I am uploading the content related with technical and also non-technical contents which is useful for your career. So visit my channel, subscribe my channel and share my channel with your friends. Okay friends, so now we are going to see the production drawing and reading blueprints. In last lecture friends, we have seen the importance about the production drawing. So why production drawing is important as per the requirement of industry, because we are engineers. Okay, so when you want to work as an engineer, you must know about the production drawing. Okay, because production drawing is a blueprint. Whatever the components, whatever the vehicles or whatever the product you want to manufacture, before that we require to prepare a blueprint, and that blueprint we are calling it is a production drawing. So production drawing, as an engineer or as a mechanical engineer, it is very much important to learn about the production drawing. So in this we have also discussed about the drawing sets. So what is the importance of drawing sets in production drawing, how many things we require to include. So here we require to select proper sheet, then we require to select proper bill of material, then we require to select proper views. It may be front view, top view, side view. Okay, so these are the parts required, or maybe assembly drawing, because sometimes after prepared all the parts we require to assemble. So separate assembly drawing is also required, and it is a part of drawing set, and that is we have seen in our first lecture about the production drawing blueprint. So also we have discussed about in the last lecture elements of production drawing. So like the what is the importance, so how many things we require to include in production drawing. So also we have seen simple examples in last lecture. So friends, today in this lecture we are going to discuss about the limit, fits and tolerances. Why it is important, what is the requirement of this, because we want to machine our component. Okay, so while machining the component, it will not be easy thing to machine whatever you have designed, whatever the sizes you have included into drawing. Okay, so that's why we require to assign some limits, we require to assign some fits while we want to do assembly. And after all, when you want to going to do a machining, that time some tolerances also we require to add in that. Okay, so that's why we are very much important to think, or whatever we require to learn these limits, fits and tolerances. So first concept which we are going to see is the limits. So what is the mean by limits? So it is a two extreme permissible sizes of a part between which the actual size is contained are called limits. So this is the limit, means maximum permissible sizes between whichever we want to manufacture. Second one is the fits. So what is mean by fits? The relationship existing between two parts which are to be assembled with respect to the difference on their sizes before assembly is called a fit. So whatever the difference, okay, it may be a clearance fit, it may be interference fit, or it may be a transition fit. So what is mean by interference fit, what is mean by clearance fit, and what is mean by transition fit, that we are going to see in our coming slide. Okay, so just keep in your mind, fit is required while we want to make assembly. Okay, so that is the difference between your parts existing sizes. Then tolerance. What is the importance of tolerance? The tolerance is defined as the total permissible variation of size. It is the difference between maximum limit and minimum limit of size. So whatever the limits you are going to provide for manufacturing purpose, that time we require to find the tolerance. So what is the maximum tolerance and minimum limit? So this maximum limit and minimum limit is called as a tolerance. Now first of all we are going to see the limits. So limit systems, there are three terms used in the limit system. First one is a tolerance. So what is the tolerance? Just we have seen this definition. Just right now I am going to repeat this one. Tolerance, deviation from a basic value is defined as tolerance. It can be obtained by taking the difference between the maximum and minimum permissible limits. Okay, then limits. Two extreme permissible sizes between which the actual size is contained are defined as limits. Then deviation, the algebraic difference between a size and its corresponding basic size. There are two types of deviation, upper deviation and second one is a lower deviation. Then the fundamental deviation is either the upper or lower deviation depending on which is closer to the basic size. Now we are going to see the fits. So whatever we have discussed right now, it was a theory part. Now we are going to see the concept, actual concept about the fits. The relation between two mating parts is called a fit. Depending upon the actual limits of the hole or shaft sizes, fits may be classified as clearance fit, transition fit, or either interference fit. Okay, now first of all we are going to see the clearance fit. Clearance fit is defined as a clearance between mating parts. In clearance fit there is always positive clearance between the hole and shaft. This is called clearance fit. Then transition fit. Transition fit may result in either an interference or clearance depending upon the actual values of the tolerance of individual parts. Then interference fit. Interference fit is obtained if the difference between the hole and shaft size is negative before assembly. Interference fit generally ranges from minimum to maximum interferences. The two extreme cases of interferences are as follows. The two extreme cases of interferences are as follows. Minimum interference, the magnitude of the difference negative between the maximum size of the hole and the minimum size of the shaft in the interference fit before assembly. This is called minimum interference. Maximum interference, the magnitude of the difference between the minimum size of the hole and the maximum size of the shaft in an interference or a transition fit before assembly. Now we are going to learn about this. This is an example we have shown here. Types of fits is a clearance fit. So it is a fit that gives a clearance between the two mating parts. Now I am going to explain this what figure we have shown here. Now see here, first of all we will see this is the maximum size of shaft, okay, and minimum size of hole. If the maximum size of shaft here and the minimum size of hole if is shown here, then the clearance is shown is a minimum clearance allows. Okay, so whenever there is a maximum size of shaft here 29.90 and the minimum size of hole is 29.95, then the clearance is very less. If another case we are going to see here, if maximum diameter of hole. This is the maximum diameter of hole 30 and minimum diameter of shaft 29.85. Okay, this is the minimum diameter of shaft and maximum diameter of hole. So here this is the maximum clearance. Okay, are you getting my point? So this is the maximum clearance. So here, as per the requirement, while we are you want to assign on a drawing, so at the end what kind of assembly you want, whether you want minimum clearance in your assembly or whether you want maximum clearance in your assembly, you require to select proper type of this pit. Suppose if you want required a minimum clearance, then you will select this one, maximum size of shaft and minimum size of hole. Okay, maximum size of shaft and minimum size of hole, if you select it, then you will get this minimum clearance. And suppose if your requirement is a maximum clearance, then you require to select minimum diameter of shaft and maximum diameter of hole. Okay, if hole diameter is maximum and the shaft diameter is less, in this case the maximum clearance we will get. So this is a clearance fit. Now we are going to understand about what is the concept given here in this transition fit. Types of fit, transition fit. This fit may result in either an interference or a clearance depending upon the actual values of the tolerance of individual parts. So here transition fit, in this it may be a interference fit or it may be a clearance fit, depends upon the sizes of shaft and hole. So now look here, suppose if you select maximum size of shaft is a diameter 30. Okay, maximum size of shaft. And suppose if I select minimum size of hole, this is basic size, then we will get here maximum interference. Okay, because shaft size is maximum and size of hole is minimum. So that's why maximum interference will get here. Suppose if we select minimum diameter of shaft, this is a minimum diameter of shaft, and we select the maximum diameter of hole. Okay, maximum diameter of hole, then minimum diameter of shaft and maximum diameter of hole. Because of this we will get here maximum clearance. So depends on the sizes of shaft, either we will get the interference fit or either we will get clearance fit. Okay, now we will see here interference fit. So here we have given example, maximum size of shaft, this is the maximum size of shaft and minimum size of hole. Okay, so this is the minimum size of hole. If this condition is there, maximum interference will take place. Another case, minimum diameter of shaft, this one, and maximum diameter of hole. If maximum diameter of hole and minimum diameter of shaft, then we will get here minimum interference. Okay, so this is a minimum interference. So depends upon the sizes of your shaft and hole, the interference fit will take place. Now I will show you here one example. We have given here one example. See here, this is a shaft and this is hole. So here we have shown the sizes. The minimum diameter of shaft is 19.02 and maximum diameter of shaft is 19.05. Now the sizes of hole, minimum size of hole is 18.97. Okay, minimum size of hole is 18.97 and maximum size of hole is 19. minimum size of hole is 18.97. 18.97 is minimum size of hole and the maximum size of hole is 19. Okay, so this is the case. So now we are going to find the minimum interference. How we are going to find the minimum interference? In this case, if you want to find the minimum interference, here we will first of all we'll take the maximum, okay, minimum interference we want to find. We will take minimum size of shaft. Okay, so minimum size of shaft is 19.02 and maximum size of shaft is 19. Okay, if we are going to minus this minimum size of shaft 19.02 minus to maximum size of hole 19, we will get 0.02. So this 0.02 is a minimum interference. Now if you want to find the maximum interference, then maximum size of shaft 19.05 and minimum size of hole is 18.97. Then 19.05 minus 18.97, you will get the answer 0.08. So this is maximum interference and this is minimum interference. So these are this example we have seen here. And when you want to design actual components or actual shaft, actual hole, that time we require to consider this minimum interference and maximum interference concept. Now we are going to see the one more concept today, hole basis and shaft basis system. In identifying limit dimensions for the three classes of feet, two systems are in use. One is a hole basis system. The size of the shaft is obtained by subtracting the allowances from the basic size of the hole. Tolerance are then applied to each part separately. In the system, the lower deviation of the hole is 0. The letter symbol indication for this is H. So the hole basis system is we can say this, we are going to keep hole constant and we are going to vary the sizes of shaft. Whether you want clearance fit, whether you want interference fit, whether you want transition fit, in this case what we are going to do, whatever the sizes of hole we are going to keep constant and the sizes of shaft we are going to vary or we are going to change. So by changing the sizes of shaft, either you will get the clearance fit or either you will get the interference fit or either you will get the transition fit. Okay, and same concept is here, shaft basis system. The upper deviation of the shaft is 0 and the sizes of the hole is obtained by adding the allowances to the basic size of the shaft. The letter symbol indication is H. So this is most important thing. For hole basis system we have used capital H and for shaft basis system we have used small h. So in a shaft basis system what we are going to do, we are going to keep shaft at constant and the sizes of hole we are going to vary. The sizes of hole when you are going to vary, it can be a clearance fit, it can be a transition fit and it can be a interference fit. So the basic difference between hole basis system and shaft basis system is, in hole basis system hole is a constant and we are going to change the sizes of shaft, and in a shaft basis system what we are going to do, in a shaft basis system we are going to keep shaft is a constant and we are going to vary the sizes of hole. Okay, today we are going to stop here in this lecture, and whatever the hole basis system and shaft basis system, that concept we are going to continue with our next lecture. Okay, so I hope whatever we have learned in today's lecture about the what is meant by tolerance, what is mean by fits, what is mean by limits, you have understand. So whatever mean by clearance fit, whatever mean by interference bit, what is mean by transition fit, I think you have understand. Again, what is mean by whole basis system and what is mean by shaft basis system, you have understand. Okay, so I'm very thankful to everyone for listening my lectures very carefully. If you are having any doubts, you can comment me and I will solve your query. So I hope you will again visit my channel Creative for getting such kind of informative knowledge about the machine drawing. Once again, thank you very much.